This is the Darling of the Forgotten State, unofficial OTS member, Noah Vale, and you're tuned in to the OTS Project.
So if you look at this t-shirt that I'm wearing right now, this t-shirt is completely inaccurate. Well, not completely, but it's pretty inaccurate. So this is a Raw is War t-shirt, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so you got Kane, okay, cool,
Right.
cool.
Yeah.
You got Undertaker, but this kind of looks like original Undertaker, if we're being honest. Like this doesn't look like Attitude Era Undertaker. Stone Cold, yeah, makes sense. Then you randomly have Batista, who was not in the Attitude Era at all, and you have DX, who was in the Attitude Era, but this is like a 2005 promo picture of DX. So, yeah, that's my little funny story of the
A lot
week.
of discrepancies there, for sure.
That's why I picked it up. I got it at Walmart. I grabbed it because I was like, this is way too funny to not have. And going on to our kind of shitty wrestling merch video that we did, I'm like, in 5 years, this will be on somebody's shitty wrestling merch list, so I want to have it in my collection because it's just so funny. So that's my my little story for the week. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to OTS News for the week. We're recording this literally the day after Thanksgiving. It's Black Friday today. Theo, what you got going on? You got any Black Friday plans?
Staying in. I'm relaxing. After yesterday, I feel like I need a day in to relax because it was just a lot of food, and I'm still feeling it. I got myself a little cup of coffee here. It's very nice and cool out. Maybe I'll go for a walk, but other than that, I'm just chilling today.
Yeah, I am too. I was looking around seeing if there's any, Black Friday things that I might run out and check out, but I'm gonna be honest, there really isn't. I feel like the art, the art of Black Friday has been lost a little bit. I feel like the past few years,
It's dead.
the past few years, it's not really good, especially because like I looked at some websites like Amazon and stuff like that, and again, a few years ago, you can get, as a collector myself, you can, a Marvel Legends figure is like $20 or something like that. You used to be able to on Black Friday get a Marvel Legends figure for maybe as low as $5, $10, something like that. All the deals on Amazon I saw, it was like $17.99. I'm like, what's the difference? I saved $2. Like that's not Black Friday. That's like a normal sale. That ain't no Black Friday sale. So, yeah, it seems like because also
it's bad when GTA Online has the best Black Friday deals
Right.
of anybody in the world.
Right. I even asked Elias, who works at Walmart and is also a collector, hey, you got any cool, you're kind of on the inside, you got any good Black Friday deals? And he was like, no, bro. He's like, I looked, there's nothing. It's all electronics or like clothes. There's no like cool collectibles or anything like that. So the art of Black Friday is seemingly gone. But what happened? What else happened this week though? What's going on?
Let's see what else was going on this week. Went on another date. Things are going well with that. That's very fun. We went mini golfing. I love mini golf.
Nice.
They also love mini golf, so we were having a fun time. We tied somehow,
Nice.
but yeah, that was pretty fun. Work has been slowing down a little bit, thankfully, because it was getting a little bit crazy last week. So I'm kind of having that starting to slow down a little bit.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, Thanksgiving was super delicious. I heard that you had a very good turkey. I had a very good turkey this year as well.
Yep.
A lot of great food going around, so that's always awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. On my end, I agree with you. Kind of being like, you're recovering. I feel like I'm a little beat up. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like when you have like a big day like that, where I was up at 7 a.m. to watch the parade and didn't go to bed until like 2 a.m. or something like that. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling a little beat up, a little sore, a little extra tired. So yeah, but definitely had some good food. Elias and his girlfriend came over, which was cool to see, and we kind of ate some food and watched K-pop Demon Hunters, and then we kind of watched some wrestling, and we really watched like just like wrestling botches, like Botchamania and stuff, because that's always like
Yeah.
that's such a and it's such a good like I have this thing where I want like I hate like the dead air, and I do this with you too. I hate the dead air when we're just like hanging out, so I'll just like feverishly be scrolling through YouTube to be like, we gotta find something, put something on. Botchamania is like always the way to go. It's such an easy like kind of icebreaker, and like even if you don't like wrestling, you're gonna laugh. Like it's just so so easy to enjoy. So we were kind of just watching like some Botchamanias and stuff like that. So yeah, made my first turkey. Did not deep fry it. Did not bake it. We smoked it. And yeah, no shade to you or anything, because you have made some great turkeys over the years, but that is probably the best turkey I've ever had in my life, man. It was so juicy and so flavorful. It was just, it had like the smoke ring on it and everything, because obviously it was on the smoker for like 2 hours. Like it was so good, man. It was so good. That seasoning, again, it's called like Holy Voodoo, I think, by like Meat Church or something like that. My God, I had like a chicken cutlet last night. Like later after we got off of GTA Online, I ran upstairs and had like a chicken cutlet, and I just sprinkled some of that on there, bro. It is like crack. It is so fucking good, bro. So fucking good.
It's always great when you find like a really good season. You just start putting that shit on everything. I've recently been put on this Cajun seasoning by my one coworker from New Orleans, and I've just started putting that shit on everything I make. Vegetables, meats, everything. It's on there. It's delicious.
It's so good. So yeah, we had turkey. We had mac and cheese. My mom's famous mac and cheese. Some stuffing, some cranberry sauce. We had fresh cranberry sauce. My mom actually made. Yeah, stuffing, mashed potatoes, some bread, just all the good stuff. I didn't realize too. This is kind of funny. This was like Elias and his girlfriend's first actual kind of like traditional Thanksgiving, because it's not something you really think about. Of like, they celebrate Thanksgiving every year, but they're Puerto Rican, so they kind of have like Puerto Rican Thanksgiving. So it's like a lot of like rice and beans and like Puerto Rican food, Spanish food.
Yeah.
So like we had the whole spread out, and they were just asking like, "What's that? What's this? What is this?" And I was like, "You never had stuffing before?" And they're like, "What is stuffing?" I'm like, "Okay, it's basically just bread, but really good." And then they were like,
"I'm so glad you're able to put them on the stuffing, because stuffing."
Yeah. And then they were like, "So what's the pink sauce?" And I was like, "Cranberry sauce." And they were like, "What do you put that on?" I was like, "You kind of just put it on everything, I guess. I don't know." Nobody ever divulges nobody ever divulges what the cranberry sauce is actually for.
that and gravy, honestly, both of those can just go on everything, and it'll just be good.
Right. And I kind of told them, I was like, "See, the thing about this kind of Thanksgiving is like you put everything on the plate, but everything kind of ends up just mixing together at some point. So like, you're kind of just eating like a bowl of like mac and cheese, turkey, stuffing, potato, cranberry,
exactly.
whatever. Like it's all just, sometimes it just divulges. Like even, the yams, and I kind of hate it. I don't have like a big food touching issue, but I don't really like my sweets touching my. So I normally don't put yams on the same plate, but I did. And then like my mac and cheese had like the yammy, like cinnamony, sugary, and I'm like, see, that's where you lose me. That's where you lose me. But yeah, long story short, it was a banger of a Thanksgiving for sure.
Hell yeah. We actually started watching Christmas movies last night after Thanksgiving. That's pretty much because we had like set up the tree and everything like that, so we did that. We watched Shrek the Halls and Four Christmases, two very big Christmas movies at my family's house.
I'm not sure I've ever seen Shrek the Halls.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think I have.
It's a staple at our house.
Or I mean, maybe I have, but it wasn't like a childhood classic for me. So if I have seen
it,
it was
short,
very few times.
30-minute like special almost, but it's pretty fun.
Right. Okay, that's cool. Let's dive into our song of the week this week. Theo, do you have you didn't have one last week? You got one this week?
I do have a song of the week this week. My song of the week this week is Pac-Man by Gorillaz.
Okay.
So we've talked about this before. Your father was a very, very big fan of Mrs. Pac-Man, and that has also kind of come down to me because I've been starting to get a little more nostalgic for both Miss Pac-Man and just the Pac-Man games and stuff like that in general.
Right.
And the song does use like a lot of the sounds from the Pac-Man games as like little like bites and stuff like that throughout the entire song. And I've been finding that very, very enjoyable and very, very reminiscent. So that's going to be my song of the week for nostalgia reasons.
Hell yeah. Yeah, my father was a huge Miss Pac-Man and just Pac-Man fan in general. Anything that had with Pac-Man was great. And that man had so many iterations of those games. It's so funny. So we had like the Miss Pac-Man machine at our house, but then at some point the event center also had a Miss Pac-Man machine. But then like somehow the one in the event center ended up in the pawn shop, so he would be like in the middle of a work day just like playing Mrs. Pac-Man, waiting for customers to come in. But there were so many years too we would just get like almost like the novelty gifts of like, here's a little like handheld like PSP-esque Miss Pac-Man, and then like he at some point literally just had it because you could just download it on your phone at this point, so he would just have it on his phone and just sit and playing Miss Pac-Man on his phone all day. So that always makes me laugh because I'm like, that man had so many versions of the same game. It's pretty funny, but
It's a fun game.
it is a fun game, and I can never get close to his high score because he was just so good at it. But what'll definitely tug on your heartstrings a little bit is that I was watching the parade and they had a Pac-Man balloon that I didn't know about, and so when you see shit like that, you'll almost get like a little emotional jump scare of like, oh fuck, what the fuck, man?
Right, yeah, exactly.
So yeah, all right. My song of the week
It's
is
like-
gonna be. Oh, go ahead, you're good.
It's like I'll be playing like Miss Pac-Man specifically, and I'll feel like my uncle is there with me, like,
Right.
like either channeling through me or being like, "I got next, buddy, from the
Right.
afterlife. I've got."
He's got his hand on your shoulder and he's leaning in and being like, "You ain't gonna beat my score."
You ain't exactly. I'm about to beat you in 5 minutes. Just wait.
Right. All right, yeah. My song of the week is gonna be "Your Idol" by the Saja Boys. This is from the movie K-pop Demon Hunters. Bro, oh man, this is. I don't know if you've seen this movie, but it's. You should check it out. It's not very long. It's like an hour and a half. But obviously, you probably could tell it's taken the world by storm the past few months here. It's everywhere. It's very good. So the Saja Boys are like in the movie. They're like the boy group. So they're like the rival group to Huntrix, which is the girls. So this song, I don't want to spoil anything, but this is like the kind of at the end of the movie. This is like them. Yeah, I don't want to spoil anything. This is just a banger. So definitely you should check out that movie and check out that song because it's really good.
That's on Netflix, right?
Yeah.
Me and Netflix have a little bit of issues over here,
Uh-oh.
where it's like, because I'm on like my parents' shit, and
Yeah.
it's very like Wi-Fi dependent. So it's
Oh,
like, I
they
can't
do
watch
the-
it on my
the-
TV.
they
I
crack you
can't
out.
watch it on my laptop. The only
Yeah.
way I can watch Netflix at my house is if I watch it on my phone, and
Okay.
I don't really like watching stuff on my phone like that.
Right.
So it's like unless it's for like
Well-
Stranger Things or like any other show that I actually enjoy, it's like I don't really watch Netflix.
You should be able to cast it to your TV though.
You can't. I looked it up. You can't do it.
Damn. All right. Well, maybe you'll have to just come over here and watch it at some point.
Yeah.
All right. Let's jump into our weekly blind rank for the week. We'll start with yours because mine is a little different. I'm changing the rules. I'm switching things up a little bit. So,
Well. Okay.
well, not that there were really rules, but it's a little different. So,
Okay. Since I'm already kind of getting into the Christmas spirit, I'm gonna kind of share and start the Christmas spirit with you a little bit here. I'm gonna have you blind rank different Christmas characters,
ooh, all right.
and obviously we gotta start off with the big man himself, Mr. Christmas, Santa Claus.
That's a I'll leave him at the number 2. Like that, he's goated. He's the reason for the season, really. Well, he's not.
Right.
Jesus Christ is, but
Yeah.
he's the main kind of guy. So you really can't get much better than that. But I'm gonna leave the one spot open for a more favorite, I guess, character.
All right. What is Santa Claus without his head reindeer, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer?
Rudolph. I'll put him at the 4th spot. He's cool, but he's not one of my more favorite characters.
All right. We got the big green mean machine himself, the Grinch.
Ooh, this is hard because I want to put him in the 1 spot, but again, I don't know if you got anybody else coming up. So, just for safety reasons, I think I'm putting him in the number 1 spot. He's way too funny, way too entertaining. Whether you're watching like the Jim Carrey movie or the animated movie or the clips of him at Universal Studios, like every version of the Grinch is just hilarious. So that's
He's
probably my
iconic.
number 1. Yep.
Yeah. Next up, we've got Mr. Moneybags himself, Ebenezer Scrooge.
That is my number 5. That I do not care for this character at all. If I'm being honest, I know. Obviously, the reasoning of the story is that he's a piece of shit that learns to become better at the end, but I just don't like. He's just a piece of shit. Like he's just kind of an asshole. So, like I just don't. And more specifically, I guess when it comes to like Christmas time, he's a pretty shitty person, but I also just don't care to like watch like any of those types of movies that include that character. So like, I just have no. Yeah, he's just kind of an asshole. So.
All right. And then finally, we have one of your personal favorites, Buddy the Elf.
Ooh, he is a fun character. I'm okay with putting him in the 3 spot though instead of the 1 because he can be a bit annoying. So Grinch in the 1 spot. Grinch isn't annoying, but if he is annoying, he's annoying in like a still an entertaining way. Whereas Buddy could be annoying in like just kind of like okay, you're just kind of fucking annoying way. So I'm okay with this list for sure.
Okay, all right, nice. Let's see. I'm keeping Grinch at the 1. Santa, I gotta put at the 2. I mean, again, he's the goat of Christmas. So you gotta put him up there. Let's see. I kind of fuck with Ebenezer Scrooge, but again, like Muppets Christmas Carol is really like my favorite Christmas movie, so I think that definitely has some part to play with it as well. Rudolph at the 4, and then Buddy at the 5.
All right, getting into that Christmas spirit. It's definitely coming around because I woke up today and I woke up today and it was definitely like so sometimes this happens. I sleep with like 2 fans on, but sometimes like that normally that's fine, but sometimes the AC will kind of lower itself to pretty low, so I'll wake up and it's just ice fucking cold in my room. That happened today. But it was definitely a little different because it's almost December, so it definitely felt kind of Christmassy when I woke up. All right, my blind rank for the week is you're gonna be blind ranking characters as well, but to extend it a little bit, instead of a blind rank for 5, you're gonna blind rank for 10. We're gonna dive deeper. God. So
what's the? I guess I'll figure it out in the list.
Well, I'll tell you right now. You're gonna be blind ranking South Park characters.
Oh shit.
So
fucking loud.
All right, ripping off number 1, Kenny.
Ooh. Man. Kenny is like one of the most iconic characters in the entire show, I feel like personally. Because he's just obviously like, for one, he like all of his talking is just like muffled.
Yeah.
And he's just always dying. But I feel like there's a lot more like funny and like better characters in my show. I think I'm going to safely put him at 6. I think that's where I'm gonna put him.
All right.
I'm gonna need to start. I'm gonna need to start like writing out.
Yeah. It's a good idea. That's true. That's the issue. It is kind of long, but I didn't want to just do like the main like boys. No, so I was like, we'll have to extend it. All right. Your next one is gonna be Kyle Broflovsky.
Shit, I'm not that big a Kyle fan. I might put him at the 8th spot.
Okay. All right. Your next one is gonna be Stan.
Stan feels like almost like the voice of normal within the world of chaos that is South Park. I think I'm not that big a fan of him, but I think just because of his importance to like the overarching plot of everything, I'm gonna put him at the 5.
Yeah, he definitely seems when I watch the show like obviously the 4 boys are the main characters, but he kind of comes off as like the main character throughout the whole show. So all right, your next one is gonna be Mr. Mackey.
Ooh, Mr. Mackey. He's got a lot of funny. He's got a lot of funny, iconic lines.
Yep.
I'm gonna say 4. I'm gonna say 4 for Mr.
Okay.
Mackey.
All right. You gotta rank the South Park characters, okay?
You gotta rank the South Park characters, okay?
Your next one is gonna be if Stan is kind of the main character, then this man is kind of the main antagonist. It's gonna be Cartman.
Fuck. Oh my gosh. I gotta put him at the 3. I think Cartman's way too iconic. He's personally my favorite of all the boys, just because of just how fucking evil and creepy he is.
Right.
He's awesome, but in like the worst way possible.
Right. All right, your next one is gonna be Butters.
Oh my gosh. He's my favorite of the boys.
Right. That's literally my favorite.
I'm holding out my one, hopefully, for one character that I'm hoping is going to pop up here. So I'm going to put Butters at the 2.
Okay.
But he could easily be number 1.
All right. Your next one is going to be Token.
Ooh. I'm gonna say 7. I'm gonna say 7.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I feel like
I love the story of how like his name is revealed to be named after J.R.R. Tolkien.
right.
I thought that shit was so fucking hysterical. How they changed all the subtitles to like Tolkien from past episodes just to fuck with everybody. I'm like,
so
that's
good.
so creative. I love it.
All right. Your next character is probably the main character of the adults. It's gonna be Randy Marsh.
Oh my god, I have 1, 9, and 10 left.
Oh.
The problem is, Randy is one of the best characters in the entire
He is.
show. He's so fucking incredible. I think I have to put him on the 1 and bank on the idea that my character is not going to pop up here. I got to put Randy on the 1. I can't
All
not.
right.
I can't put him at 9 or 10. It's too disrespectful.
Yeah, he's way too good, man. All right, your next character is gonna be Mr. Leslie. Shut your fucking bio. PC Principal.
That was my number 1. God damn it! I fucking love PC Principal with a passion, bro. He's so fucking funny.
He is.
In everything he does. Oh my god. Okay, I'm putting him at the 9, I guess. Shit.
Okay. That little like fucking rivalry with him and the girl Leslie is one of my favorite moments in the whole show. Just him consistently being like, Leslie, put a fucking sock in it, is fucking so hilarious to me.
I love the one where it's like he's like, whoever wrote this fucking paper, I'm gonna break their fucking legs. And then there's like, you mean this guy? And then he just points to Jim, who's just got all the broken legs already. It's so
good.
fucking funny.
All right, your last character. I feel like it'll probably be a fitting number 10 for you. Is gonna not fitting, but I don't think you have any connection to this character. It's gonna be Mr. Garrison.
Yeah, Mr. Garrison's an easy number 10 for me. I really don't care that much for Mr. Garrison.
Yeah. I mean, he's not a bad character. His funniest story to me is probably when he does kind of just become Donald Trump for like a season. Yeah. That's the most I can kind of remember out of his character, at least so far.
Yeah. Oh, I gotta fix up these rankings here a minute. Hold up.
Yep.
Let's see. PC Principal's at the 1. That's my goat for me in the entire show. I love that man. Randy, I'm keeping at the 2. Butters, I'm keeping at the 3. Cartman, I'm gonna put down to 4. Let's see here. I might put Stan up next, and then Mr. Mackey, and then Kenny, Tolkien, Kyle, Mr. Garrison.
Okay. If I had to rank this, Butters is easy number 1. That's my favorite. Number 2 might be, honestly, number 2 might be Randy Marsh, because he literally is just such a good fucking character. Number 3 might be probably Stan. Number 4 maybe Kyle. Number 5 probably Kenny. And then trying to see here. Number 6 might be Cartman. Number 7 might be Tolkien. And then 8, 9, and 10 probably could be all kind of interchangeable with Mr. Mackey, Mr. Garrison, and PC Principal. Because, I mean, PC Principal is hilarious, but he's just not like, he's not like a prominent character for me to like rank super high. But when he does pop up when they're at school and shit, it is just so fucking funny, bro.
See, to me, I'm more of a clip watcher than like watching all the episodes.
Right.
You like actually like watch the show. I just kind of see like clips here and there. So to me, it's like I see PC Principal clips like a lot, and they're like the funniest clips to me.
Right.
Whereas like I'll also see like a bunch of other clips of other characters, but it's like I'm all just clips. So to me, it's like PC Principal is like my favorite clips. So he's my favorite by
for sure. All right, let's dive into a little bit of news we got this week. Toy Story is going into its 30th year, which is fucking insane and makes me and you feel old. You were with me when I actually added this to our notes, and we both just kind of shook our heads in sadness and depression. Because we're old, man. I'm 27, you're 25, right?
Yep.
So, yeah, obviously this came out before we were born, but not too far off from when we were born, and obviously we grew up watching Toy Story 1, 2, and 3, so, like, yeah, it's just kind of sad. Kind of cool that, you know, it has lasted 30 years, and they're still fucking going at this point, but, yeah, definitely sad. But when they, I'm pretty sure they're re-releasing the first movie in theaters, so we'll definitely have to look into going and checking that out, because, you know, I don't think, I think I saw Toy Story 3 in theaters. That was probably the first one I actually saw in theaters. And even that, I'm not 100% sure if I did. So if I didn't, then Toy Story 4 would be the first one that I actually saw in the theaters.
I'm pretty sure I saw Toy Story 3 in theaters.
Right. I have a feeling we did. But I remember we all saw Toy Story 4 together. It was literally like all of us too. It was like you, me, your sister, my sister, and like all four of our parents went and saw like Toy Story 4 together, I believe.
I think that's right.
I think so, bro, because I remember my dad sitting like next to us, and I was like, damn, even my dad showed up for this.
I mean, maybe we did, but I feel like the first time I watched it, it was just me and my family in the theater. And I remember, like, we went to this one theater out near, I feel like it was this, like, Polish restaurant that we went to, like, either before or after. And we went to the theater, and we sat down, and the movie was, like, black screened for, like, 30 minutes while the audio was playing, and they were trying to fix it, but they couldn't fix it.
Oh, okay.
And so we were just, like, sitting there waiting for, like, 45 minutes for this movie to actually start with the picture.
Right. Okay. Yeah, then maybe you guys saw it twice, because I swear that you guys were definitely there. So maybe it was a Thanksgiving thing. I don't know when Toy Story 4 like came out, but maybe.
Maybe I just don't remember that whole thing.
Right. All right. But yeah. Next up, Far Cry is getting a TV show. This is gonna be interesting. I forgot for what like service it's gonna be on, but it's gonna obviously be on a streaming service. But they said it's going to be like an anthology thing, so each episode is going to be different. It's not going to be one cohesive story. I'm excited for this. We kind of grew up fucking with Far Cry as kids a little bit. We will never forget that. I don't remember, maybe like 2011 Christmas that I got Far Cry 3, and the whole night after we ate, you and me just sat upstairs. I think it was you, me, and Grace just sat upstairs watching me play this, and like the fucking the crocodile thing, if you remember that
I
was.
remember the crocodile. I feel like this was earlier in the day because I feel like I remember the sun being out for that.
Yeah, no, like we played it and then we went downstairs and like ate dinner and then we went back up, played it more, came back and opened presents, and then you guys probably started heading out.
Yeah.
So like anytime we weren't doing something, we were playing it that day. Yeah, the crocodile thing where I was in the water and none of us had any clue that there were like crocodiles in this game until we all got jump scared by this crocodile. And then in the same day, me, one of my gaming legendary moments of me being a newbie and like, because you like level up in that game. I'm like a level 5, and somehow I like fucking raided like a level 30 fucking military base or some shit. Yeah. So I'm intrigued to see what this is going to be about. It's interesting that it's an anthology series, but no matter what, and anything that's happening in this show, I need Voss to make an appearance. That is a non-negotiable for me, bro.
I mean, he's the most iconic character in this whole series.
Right.
He's got to be in some way.
He's one of the best like video game villains in general. So to do a whole show and not include him would be horrible.
Right.
Especially because he's modeled after the actor, I think Michael Mando or something like that. So it's like, yeah, literally just have to call this guy up and offer him some money, and he's gonna come do this. And he's done it because when they promoted Far Cry 3, they had all those damn web series videos with him and Christopher Mintz-Plasse or whatever, and he was in like the full Voss fit. So it's like he's already done it. So yeah, they need to have him make an appearance. I also played Far Cry. I mean, I've played all the Far Cries pretty much. But Far Cry 5, I don't think you played, but that one, it's like you're in like fucking Montana or some shit. It's very different, but there's like a whole cult. It's like the Seed family or something like that. That shit went hard, bro. Those were some great villains. So Joseph Seed was like the main cult leader dude, but then he's got like his family that were like the different branches of the map that you have to take over. Whoop. Yeah, that was a great performance by the actor I'm forgetting the name of who played him. I also would like him to show up in the show at some point because he gave an incredible performance as that character.
Yeah, I only really played 3. That was the only Far Cry game I really played.
Right. Yeah. I mean, also, too, Far Cry 6, you had Giancarlo Esposito as the main villain, so that also would be really cool to see him pop up as well. So there's a lot they can do with this, but the villains are definitely... Because, the main characters of, like, that you play as aren't really, like, they don't... I think they have names, like, they don't... You know what I'm saying? They're not really, like, characters. You know what I'm saying? It's not really... So all the heavy lifting character-wise is always on the villain, but they always nail it with the villain. Like, the villain of each game is, like, the best character in each game. So they definitely. I mean, they should for the show definitely make like a new villain and stuff like that, and try and do what they do in the shows and create like a really cool new character. But since it is an anthology series, there definitely does need to be different, the different villains throughout the whole kind of franchise. So yeah,
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I'm definitely intrigued to check it out for sure. There was a trailer for Lanterns that was shown at some kind of like HBO Max press conference, blah 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 blah. So it wasn't released to the public, so we have not seen it. But I do have the notes from what was shown in this trailer. It's not. I don't think it was a super long trailer because there's only 4 notes here. But from what I gathered, it says Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart have been working together for months, which is shown in the trailer. Hal has seemingly stepped in temporarily for someone else to train Jon Stewart. A squirrel Green Lantern is mentioned, likely Chip. It just says CH apostrophe P.
I'm very excited.
And the last note here is that the series has a very Western genre kind of vibe.
I love that. I'm so glad they're bringing in Chip. He's one of my favorite Green Lanterns just because it's so fucking funny that they would just be like, yeah, give this incredibly powerful weapon to a squirrel. Let's see what happens.
I've never seen like a photo of that, but I don't know anything of the character, so I'll be intrigued to see this fucking squirrel pop up with a lantern ring.
Yeah, I'm very excited. I've been excited for this show in general. I think all the Lantern stuff is pretty cool. I was a very big Green Lantern fan as a kid, so I think it's gonna be very exciting to see what they do with the show. I'd like to see the actual trailer, but from what I've heard,
I'm sure. I mean, I'm sure it'll be released soon.
Yeah, I'm hopeful.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely. I mean, I'm not a huge Green Lantern guy, and I never really was as a kid. But like I watched that New Frontier movie like a month or two ago. That was my biggest interaction with anything Green Lantern because Hal Jordan is like kind of like the main character, low key. But I really enjoyed his character, and it shows his origin story, or at least their version of the origin story and stuff like that. So it definitely was fitting to get me like more into this show. So yeah, I'm definitely excited to see what they cook up.
Hell yeah.
Our last little thing here we can't really talk about because I wrote down here Stranger Things review, but Theo broke the news to me yesterday that he's waiting until the whole show is out to watch it, so he hasn't seen anything. But trying to figure out how I can say anything without spoiling anything here. But the okay, there you go. You can't hear me?
Give me some sort of signal when you're done with your review.
Okay, that's a great idea. That's a great idea. Okay, so I saw all 4 episodes. I thought they were great. Overall, I'm excited to see how this ends. There's a lot of characters to handle here, but I think they do a very good job of it. Robin has always been one of my least favorite characters, but in this season, I'm actually fucking with her. I do cook. I think she cooks. I think she does great. Very emotional segment with Eleven and Hopper inside of that lab when he's gonna go confront Henry. And he's gonna go confront Henry, which turns out to not be Henry. But when she realizes he has the bomb strapped to his chest, very emotional. I definitely started tearing up a little bit. Obviously, I knew they weren't gonna kill off Hopper that early, but it was still very emotional. Going into that though, we do find out that wasn't Henry. They didn't find Henry, even though they had a supernatural whatever that they thought was Henry in this lab. That was not Henry. It ended up being her sister, who I'm forgetting the name of, from season 2. I think I predicted this in one of our earlier episodes here, where I said, I saw the girl was at the world premiere, and they are wrapping everything up. So I would like to see something about her come back around. So I was right. They did do that, and I'm glad that they did that. And the last thing I will talk about, so we can get Theo back in here, is Will having powers. I also kind of predicted this, but I think everybody kind of predicted this, that he's going to have some sort of supernatural powers. I thought it was great. Great way to do that scene. I thought that scene was fucking incredible. And yeah, we'll see. And I just saw on Twitter that that if you take the sister, 11, and Will, and you kind of mix their numbers, 11, 8, I think, and 1, because Will is kind of like Vecna, that it's a critical hit. So the 3 of them together would be a critical hit on Vecna, so that'd be cool. Also, Max coming back, I think, was also great. I thought it was definitely earlier than I thought it was gonna be, but still really cool. Her trying to help Holly get out of there. Yeah, I thought it was really great. I'm excited to see the next 3 episodes on Christmas Day, I believe, and the finale on New Year's.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, to our regularly scheduled program.
Imagine I just spoil it for you right now. Did all that for no reason.
11 dies!
No, but I will say, the only thing I will say, there was something that we predicted in our Stranger Things, What Do We Want to See, that did end up happening. So we're up one. So very, very cool.
All right.
But yeah, all right, let's dive into our actual topic this week. Our actual topic, seeing as how Toy Story is 30 years old at this point, I decided let's do another versus, because that has gone so swimmingly with the TikTok clips that that were posted. Let's do another versus. So this time we're gonna go Toy Story versus The Incredibles, which I think we don't have to debate who's taking what side. Toy Story is my favorite, and The Incredibles is your favorite. So, which one is better? We're gonna have to try and figure out here. So, Theo, you wanna start it off?
I can start it off. So obviously, The Incredibles only has 2 movies. So
Toy Story fucking sucks. The Incredibles is fucking awesome.
Yes. But I think what really I gravitate more towards in Incredibles is that it has a much bigger aspect of kind of like legitimate family values, sort of similar to a case of the Fantastic Four and whatnot, because they have a very similar thing going on for them. But I feel like there's still a lot of that synchronicity with costuming and stuff like that. The music is incredible. I think the music in Incredibles is definitely better than the one in Toy Story, at least in my opinion, because I don't think there's that many iconic songs in Toy Story outside of You Got a Friend of Me. That's pretty much the only one I could really think of from that whole movie series. And I can think of at least 5 or 6 different songs from The Incredibles that are all just super jazzy and fun and whatnot. And I think the main reason why I'm on Team Incredibles and not Team Toy Story is that I feel like Toy Story 1 and 2 are obviously
I mean, come on, bro.
You know we're gonna get copyright strikes for this, right? Disney owns this.
No. I ended it in time. I think you get 20 seconds. You get 20 seconds before you get yanked.
This episode's gonna get taken down within 2 days tops.
That's your favorite.
I will give you that one. That one's also a banger. There's still a lot of great songs in The Incredibles, though.
Yes,
but going on again to my main point, Toy Story 1, 2, incredible, legendary, childhood classics for sure. Toy Story 3 is also pretty alright. Toy Story 4 is kind of meh. I feel like that's really where it's it starts to get a lot, because they really just try and push this more and more and more, and we're getting another 5th one here. That's really kind of really more so than anything a bit up in the air. I mean, there's really not much for us to go off of at the moment, but it's just why do we keep going with this? At least with Incredibles, there's only the 2 of them. They didn't even really need to do the second one technically, but at least the second one is still pretty good. At least in my opinion. A lot of people will go off of an argument of it wasn't really necessary. And I hate that kind of argument that it wasn't necessary, because it's the same argument that they make for Solo, and it's these are both very fun movies. I don't care if it's not necessary. I enjoy the hell out of them. That's the point of watching a movie.
Okay, well, you're wrong.
I'm still no.
I will say Incredibles 2, which is funny because I was wearing an Incredibles 2 t-shirt, I think, last week. I do like it, but I don't know, man. It does seem a little not necessary. It just seems almost out of place, if that makes sense. It seems a little I don't know, the screenslaver thing I never cared for. I thought that was stupid. The brother sister combo with the Devers or whatever, not too big on that. The other random superheroes that Void or whatever, I feel those are very half-baked characters, because they don't they look generic. They look like I could create them in WB 2K25. They don't look super, super, I guess you could say. but being that said, it's not a bad movie or anything. I do enjoy it. I just feel like there are, compared to the first one where Syndrome is like one of the best like villains ever. Even Mirage is such a good character. Like there's such good characters in there. Even the fucking babysitter is like a fun character that is fully fleshed out and is dealing with baby problems, but also superhero baby like it's very good. And then you take these characters and they just all seem very like kind of one dimensional and very generic. So that's probably my biggest problem with The Incredibles 2. But it is still a really good movie. I feel like for me with Toy Story A, I always just kind of connected to Toy Story more because I am a collector, so obviously toys are my thing. But I just feel like it's such a more like, I don't know, it just got such weight to it. Like in The Incredibles, there are emotional moments. Like for me, a very emotional moment is like when they're on the plane and Helen's trying to stop the plane is whatnot. That's a very emotional moment where these kids are like about to get fucking killed and stuff. But to me, none of the emotional moments in the Incredibles movies top any of the emotional moments in any of the Toy Story movies, to be honest with you. I think those are such... I mean, bro, Toy Story 3, they're all going into the incinerator. They all hold hands, and they all just look at each other and just, like, give each other a nod. You will not find me not crying during that scene. Same thing with the end of that movie where Andy gives up the toys to Bonnie, bro. I will be a blubbering mess every time I watch that fucking scene because it is so sad, but it's so relatable. You know what I'm saying? That's like a normal thing that people kind of deal with, is having to give up, not necessarily their toys, but like having to give up something they love and whatnot, Yeah, I just feel like the emotional moments in any Toy Story movie is way better. I think the adventures are more fun, not to say that the Incredibles aren't, because obviously them going to that island and stuff, like, it is very fun, but them... trying to, like, Toy Story 2 is one of my favorite movies of all time. Them trying to get to Woody, trying to figure out how to get to Woody, and just, like, traveling throughout fucking interstates and shit, trying to figure out how to get to Woody. Meanwhile, Woody is, like, realizing he had this whole previous life that he didn't know about, while at the same time now they're trying to... The whole ending in the airport is great, where they're trying to go through the luggage racks and all that stuff to get to Woody, and then trying to get to Jesse, and fighting Prospector Pete is so good. But again, even in Toy Story 3 with Lotso, and Lotso's such a good villain, such a great heel turn there that I never saw coming. I didn't see that coming. At least not as a kid. I didn't see that coming. Maybe if I watched that for the first time as an adult, I would see it coming. But as a kid, my mind was blown that this cute, adorable teddy bear ends up being like the fucking villain of all this shit. Yeah, man, I just think the Toy Story movies are better movies. I do agree with the Toy Story 4 thing, that is very unnecessary, and it is getting to a point where they're just doing too many. Even though, again, I've said before, sadly, we're going to go see Toy Story 5, but that's the issue, is that we can't not see it because we love these characters so much. But I do think, like, Toy Story 4 does seem kind of out of place. And it's not a bad movie. It's still fun, but to me, you had such a perfect trilogy with those three. And Toy Story 4 is just like, it almost feels like a side mission in a sense. Like, not too much happens other than he finds Bo Peep again, and then him and the rest of the crew split up, which is going to be completely undone anyways, because obviously Toy Story 5, they're all together again. So that sacrificed that, like, sadness. Because I do remember watching that in the theater and being very sad that, Woody and Buzz were no longer going to be, like, together. But yeah, that seems to be completely undone because Toy Story 5, they're going to be together again. So, which also is funny to me in a sense when you think about these movies, because it's like, how the fuck do these toys figure out where to go, bro? Like, how the hell is Woody going to be like, all right, it's time to go home, and he's going to travel from wherever that circus is, or wherever the circus in general has moved to, all the way back to Bonnie's house? It's like, how the hell does this toy figure that out? But yeah, the soundtrack, I will give you The Incredibles has a banger of a soundtrack, but Toy Story also does. I think you're missing some, bro. Like, I think you're sleeping on some Toy Story songs, because there are some bangers that are in the Toy Story soundtrack.
I'm not saying that the Toy Story soundtrack is bangerless. I do know that there are in fact bangers. I'm just saying that there's a lot more consistency in its bangerism in the Incredibles soundtrack through and through.
Okay, I feel like they're kind of similar. Like, I don't know if I could even really put one over the other. I think they both are just top tier soundtracks in general. I think they're both great. Now I just want to watch Toy Story 2. I feel like I'm watching that once we're done. Yeah, but I just think out of all those, bro, Pizza Planet, coolest fucking place ever. I mean, technically I've been to Pizza Planet, but I want like the full on Pizza Planet, not, the Hollywood Studios version. I would like, as a kid, and even now, I dream of the day where I can roll up to a solo Pizza Planet building and go in and enjoy Pizza Planet, which is essentially like basically a Dave and Buster's. It's an arcade and a pizza place, so like it's pretty much a Dave and Buster's. But just like the theming of it is just so fucking good, bro. The aliens, so cool. The damn Pizza Planet truck is great in like every movie it shows. In every Pixar movie, the fucking Pizza Planet truck shows up at some point, which is a cool like little Easter egg. So, yeah, man. I don't know. I don't think we're finding a decisive winner here because I think we both are sticking with our things, but that's fine. But in general, I definitely think Toy Story is the better franchise. As much as I do love The Incredibles, and I think they are so fucking good, the characters, the plot and stuff like that is great, especially in the first one. I think Toy Story takes the cake though. The stories that they go on, the adventures that they go on, mixed with the emotional beats, the character development. I mean, you literally see in the first movie, Woody. I mean, it's still kind of the whole premise of it. Woody is very rude and is almost a bully to Buzz because Buzz is just a little, just a little slow. He just might be a little slow. He's not catching on. But then you see as time goes by, these guys are literally like brothers now. They're like best friends. You know what I'm saying? So it's like so good. Seeing Buzz and Jesse's relationship develop as well is hilarious and beautiful to see. And Toy Story 3, I love when he goes into Spanish mode. That shit is fucking hilarious when he's running around in Spanish mode. I will say one moment that might have to be emotional that isn't for me, and you're gonna know immediately what I'm talking about, is gonna be when Somebody Loved Me. I don't get emotional. I just start laughing because I think it's just so dramatized. Like it's so over dramatized of like Jesse. Like to me, I think the one that takes the cake is when Jessie slips under the bed and like hits her head on the floor in slow motion as this song is playing. I will never not laugh. To me, it's maybe I'm fucked up, but to me that shit is fucking hilarious. But yeah, I just love Toy Story so much. I think it's just top tier, man.
Yeah, I mean, I just love Incredibles to the same extent because it's just like I'm a big superhero guy. Obviously, like the whole family aspect to me is a very, very big winner for me in a lot of different ways.
Right.
Obviously, again, the soundtrack. There's just too much, I feel like, inconsistency with quality here and there with a lot of the Toy Story series. My biggest gripe with Toy Story 3, and it's not even really that much of a gripe, it's like a half gripe almost, is that Lotso is so and by far the best character in that whole movie. But I feel like that comes at a cost of now every other character in the movie is just not as good as they should be. Because I know you did comment on like the whole like Buzz going into Spanish mode, and that is funny. It is very comedic, but it also is like this is one of like the main characters, like a pioneer of like this whole like entire series, and now he's just kind of being relegated to like side story comic bits. I'm not too big a fan of that. I also enjoy a lot more in The Incredibles. I feel like the stakes are a lot higher and brings for a more exciting viewing because it's like not only are like the parents constantly endangered, the children are constantly endangered in this entire team. The city is constantly being like attacked by stuff and things like that. I feel like the stakes are a lot more higher and it just brings for a far more exciting like story. And I feel like far more in times plot twists that are coming out here and there. Because again, like the Lotso plot twist is incredible. It's definitely like part of the best part of like Toy Story 3. But honestly, outside of that, there's not really too many plot twists that I can think of in the whole like of all of like Toy Story and stuff like that. There's a lot of great character development, but there's not too many like plot twists that bring for that sort of level of excitement that I get out of like Incredibles.
Prospector Pete also gets a heel turn, which I didn't see coming.
He does get a heel turn. I feel like it's a little more predictable though because it's almost like a slow burn. Like you can see it coming, you just don't know when it's gonna hit exactly. I think
this just popped in my head. This is so fucked up. I don't even know how this got fucking cleared. In Toy Story 2, in the end credits, you know how they do like the bloopers.
Yeah. They need to bring that back. First off,
yes,
that shit's legendary.
dead ass is a quick blooper kind of scene where Prospector Pete is inside of his box with 2 Barbie dolls, and he dead ass is like, you're gonna be big in this town. I could tell you. I'll tell you, you're gonna be huge in this town. And I'm like, holy shit. They made Prospector Pete into a fucking, like, sex pest, bro. That's, like, he's a movie producer sex pest. He's literally, like, Harvey Firestein or whatever, Harvey Weinstein. Like, they dead ass.
Harvey
turned.
Firestein.
Yeah, my bad. No, Firestein. There is, that's like a Broadway person, my bad. Yeah, no, they dead ass made him like Harvey Weinstein, bro. Like, a literal, like, movie producer sex pest. I'm like, how the fuck did that get cleared, dude? That's insane.
It's got to be one of those things where it's like they make the jokes exclusively for the parents, so the kids aren't just
Right.
gonna get.
Right. Going back to Toy Story 2, though, again, because that is, like, my favorite animated movie of all time. The whole Al's Toy Barn segment is so good, bro, where they're running through the whole store, the bouncy ball, like, avalanche, them rolling up on the Barbie pool party, and all the Barbies are, like, hanging out. Like, it is so fucking good, bro. I love it so much. It's incredible. The whole scene.
They get buzzed, but they get the wrong buzz into the
Right. The whole scene with the fucking Woody trying to get his hat, and he's got to, like, climb on Al, and Al's got, like, Cheeto fingers and burps in his face, and Woody just is like so fucking good, bro. And I also love the scene where, like, Prospector Pete, like, shows him Woody's Roundup, and you just see, like, all this merch and all that stuff. That's such a cool scene, seeing, like, all this. He's like, you're a bubble blower and a record player and a record and a yo-yo. He's like, I'm on a yo-yo. Like, it's so fucking good, bro. It's so fucking good. Oh, man.
Yeah, I think there's just not going to be a winner here. I think.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
they're both iconic. They're both incredible. They're both just super fun.
They're both incredible. Say that again. Yeah, there is no winner. Yeah, they're both incredible.
Everybody wins.
Right, and obviously that's shown because both, we're getting another Toy Story, but we're also getting another Incredibles. I believe that they announced at D23 like last year or something like that. So it's like, clearly we're not in the wrong. Clearly we picked the right franchises to love here because, yeah, they're huge. And again, I mean, you can't go to a Disney park and not see The Incredibles or Toy Story somewhere. It's so, I mean, literally, there's a whole Toy Story land, and in California, there's a whole Incredibles roller coaster. Like, they're very huge franchises. So, yeah, all right, we have no winner, but please let us know in the comments what you think. Are we wrong? Are we right? Is there a better movie or a better franchise? Are we wrong? Is Bugs Life actually the better Disney Pixar
I can see people making an argument for Cars. I think that's gonna be the argument we're gonna be seeing.
I mean, those are the big three, bro. Those are the big three.
Yeah, those are the big.
When it comes to Pixar, at least, those are the big three. What would be the big three in Disney animation? Frozen, maybe Frozen, Moana. Moana is probably
These
in
feel
the two.
very modern. I feel like there's a lot of like classics that
Well,
we're
I mean,
getting out here.
That have gotten multiple movies though. That's what I'm trying to.
Oh yeah, I get it.
From just the Disney animation.
Have you seen Moana 2? I have not. I keep forgetting Moana 2 exists. I
yeah,
don't
same.
know anybody that's
I don't
seen
think.
Moana 2.
I think the biggest indicator there is that I don't think Lin-Manuel Miranda did the music, and that's why we haven't heard anything about any. Like, I cannot tell you any song from the second movie, and that's probably because they're just kind of like forgettable at this point.
I don't know. I feel like it's a lot harder for like a Disney big three because it's like, yeah.
Frozen's there for sure. That's probably the number one.
I think just because of just how popular it is, but I feel like there's got to be some classics on there too. I mean, even though those don't really get like heavy big hitter sequels like Frozen does, it's like those are still iconic.
Well, yeah, I mean, if we look at that case, then obviously you have Snow White and Cinderella and Aladdin, and you know what I'm saying? Right. So then, yeah, that is very hard.
Disney movies would help me because it's just a whole bunch of hoshposh.
Right.
Like Star Wars, Marvel.
Iron Man 3, right?
Yeah, I'm like, holy hell. Help me out.
You gotta look up Disney animated movies. Look that up.
Okay, that could probably help me out here a little bit.
This will be our last little segment.
They keep throwing Zootopia in my face. I don't know if I want to go that quickly into Zootopia.
I mean, I wouldn't say that. I think they're throwing it in your face just because the new movie literally like came out this week or something like that.
Okay, I think Lion King has to be up there.
Okay, yeah,
Lion King has to be
yeah.
part of the big three. It's got to be up there. That's like the most iconic one. I'm pretty
Right,
sure.
right. Okay, so we have Frozen, Lion King, and Hunchback of Notre Dame.
I don't know about that. Fuck it, Goofy movie. Let's put it up there.
um,
God damn. Ratatouille's Pixar.
Shocking that we haven't gotten a Ratatouille 2 yet.
Yeah, you think it would have happened? I mean,
Right.
it's such a classic one. Like people
Right,
love that
people
movie
love
to
it.
death.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do we say Beauty and the Beast? Would that
Ooh.
be part of the big three? I feel like that's a contender.
Yeah, but I feel like that and like Little Mermaid could go hand in hand. Like, I definitely feel like Beauty and the
I feel
Beast
like
and Little
Beauty and the
Mermaid
Beast
are
kinda
pretty
got
equal.
it. I feel like Beauty and the Beast got it. That's just me personally. I think I just like it a little bit more.
I just think movie like level wise, I think
It's
they're
got to
very
be
similar.
Flubber. It's got to be Flubber. What are we talking about?
Yeah, yeah. It's gotta be Herbie Fully Loaded.
Yeah, right.
It's gotta be Atlantis.
It's got to be Treasure Planet.
Yeah, Treasure Planet.
People will make an argument for Treasure Planet. I could definitely.
I mean, it is. I haven't seen it in like 20 years, but it is. It was a childhood favorite for sure.
It's big for sure.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I think. Yeah, it
I
is
think
tricky.
there's just so many different like eras of Disney that
Right.
it's just very hard to put it into like a big three.
I feel like
I feel like
Frozen.
you could do like a modern big three and then like a '90s big
Right,
three and
right.
stuff like that.
If we're doing a modern big three, which is kind of what I was leaning to, it's definitely Frozen, Moana, and probably like Coco or Encanto. I feel like those could be interchanged. Or Strange Worlds. That's definitely the one.
The fuck is Strange World? I don't even know what that is. What
It
is
literally it was like a Disney movie. Like, I think it's actually Pixar though. It came out in like 2022 or something like that. Very forgettable. I don't think I've seen it.
I feel like
Yeah, I don't know.
feel like you gotta go in Kanto for that. I just think the music blew up way too much for it to
Yeah.
not be in Kanto. Like Coco's great, but I don't think the music blew up like because Encanto was on the fucking all the radio stations for like 6 months.
We don't talk about Bruno in itself was huge. So
Yeah.
all right, then we'll do that. If it's a modern one, that's the top three: Frozen,
Yeah.
Encanto, and Moana for sure. Because Moana also, even though the second movie nobody thinks exists, it's still it still does exist, and it's definitely we don't know about it, but I'm sure kids of today love it, and I'm sure
We're making
kids,
this for the kids.
right? I'm sure kids that grew up with the first movie that are probably teenagers now probably also went and saw it. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
so yeah, all right, there we go. This will have to be a whole episode in itself, though. Like,
Yeah, just like big
kind of figuring out Pixar and Disney animation, and maybe even like Disney live action. What are like the big threes? So maybe that'll be next
High
week.
School Musical 1, High School Musical 2, High School Musical
Yeah.
3. There we go.
Right. All right. We appreciate y'all watching. Shout out to WNRN, our gracious podcast hosts, and we will see y'all next week. Oh, we did. We did record our next 4 episodes for December. We have some very fun episodes coming up. We got what do we got coming up? We talk about The Amazing Spider-Man 3, which did not happen. So we talk about that. We rank our top 5 TV shows, which is a very fun episode.
Tribute to the Troops.
We do our monthly review, for Tribute to the Troops to get in the Christmas vibe, and we did a This or That for Christmas. Yep. So those will be coming out in the month of December, and in January we got some fun stuff. We're gonna do our wrestling predictions of the year, so what we think is gonna happen, as well as our first ever Cosmos Awards, which is gonna be very, very fun. We're gonna have to at least put on polo shirts or something. We're gonna have to dress up a little bit for that episode. For that episode. No physical awards will be handed out because we ain't got that money. But
we don't got trophies.
it's all about the sentimental value. So that'll be very fun. Just giving out awards based on different things, like our favorite movie of the year, our favorite wrestler of the year, things like that. So we appreciate y'all, and we will see y'all next week.